So I don't know how the hell I'm gonna start this video, but I guess I just did, so I might as well keep it going. You guys, this is ridiculous. This situation is so wrong and so infuriating that I don't even know where to begin. I, like many others, and like many others should be, are infuriated with the unnecessary, unwarranted, just cruel, targeted killings of people of color, specifically black minorities. And it's just, it leaves me speechless. I am obviously a white girl. I cannot speak on the pain and the anger and the suffering and the feelings in general that people of color are currently feeling or experience, because I will never experience those feelings. I will never have to worry about going on a jog, because I'm not going to be targeted while I go on a jog and get killed by a neighbor or a local resident. I don't need to, like Ahmaud Arbery was, I don't need to worry about sleeping and undercover police officers breaking into my home with a no-knock warrant and killing me like they did Breonna Taylor. And I don't need to worry about being reprimanded by police and being killed like George Floyd was. Because that's part of my privilege. And if you think that white privilege doesn't exist, then you are being willfully ignorant and you're choosing to believe that. There's unprecedented evidence that it does. And so if you choose to believe that it doesn't, then you're trying to fool yourself. And you're trying to block yourself from the realities of the world. And you're choosing to be ignorant. It's just wrong all the way around. And if you feel another type of way, then you're ignorant, you're choosing to be ignorant, and you're disgusting, and that's that. There's no different of opinions. Oh, let's have different of opinions. We can agree to disagree. No. If you don't see a problem with the things that is going on right now, then you are part of the problem. So in this video, I'm not going to pretend like I understand, because I will never. I can try. I try to be educated, and I try to listen, and I try to be an ally, and that's all I can do. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend to understand the experience that people of color face every single day, because that I'd be lying, and I wouldn't be doing any help. But what I can do is talk on white privilege and try to open people's eyes, and I think that that is where I'm going to try to go with this video. And there's a recent story that happened that I think fits pretty well in a corner, a small corner of the white privilege talk and conversation, and that is Myka Stauffer. She is a mommy YouTuber. She recently released a video talking about how she and her husband decided to rehome, that's their words, rehome their child that they adopted from China. His name was HUXLEY. I hope they change his name in the foster care, but that is what Myka and her husband named him, his HUXLEY. And he was a special needs child, and they decided to rehome him because he became too much, and they didn't understand the severity of his special needs. Those are their words, more or less. Maybe not exact, but it's definitely their point and their reasoning that they gave. And the whole situation, just especially after everything going on with George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and everything that's going on, seeing this just like, I was shaking when one of my friends actually brought the news to me, because I don't follow Myka Stauffer. I barely even knew who she was. I only knew who she was because I knew that she adopted a little boy from China. That was the extent of my knowledge for this woman. So the news was brought to me in messages on Instagram, and so I did some digging, like deep digging, on Twitter and, you know, just Google and all over the place. And this woman is vile, disgusting. She absolutely used this little boy for views and for subscribers and to garner traction on her YouTube. If you were to go to her YouTube right now, she has deleted the majority of the videos that included him in them, except for the many Chinese adoption videos that she had posted, the same videos that actually garnered the traction for her channel in the first place. Before they decided to adopt, she had been doing a small YouTube channel. She had around like 3,000 or 4,000 followers or subscribers on her channel, and then she started putting out this international adoption content. Sorry, the neighbors. And that obviously boomed her channel like huge. I think right now she might have like, let me see, I think she has like 700,000 or something like that followers or subscribers. Let me see, 712,000 subscribers. She does a lot of mommy, motherhood, lifestyle, family, cleaning content. And so it's plain to anyone who does the research, watches the videos, looks at the pictures, looks at the posts, everything. It's clear that she used this poor little boy for traction on her channel, and it's infuriating to me. They knew from the beginning that he had special needs. There are so many videos. I will link a video that lays it all out for you guys. There are so many videos that show, with clips and everything, that they knew the extent of the needs that would be met or have to be met by whoever adopts this boy. And they did so willingly. They did so understanding. They knew. There's no bullshit that can be had with whatever excuse that they try to put out in their most recent video. No, there is proof. There is notes that have been taken. Like, there is a shitload of information that prove that they're lying. And I think that it really fits in with the topic of white privilege. There's something called a white savior complex, and Myka Stauffer absolutely fits in to the definition of a white savior, you know, the complex white savior. And so so let me read you the definition just to be exact, so you guys, so I'm not like, okay, so the term white savior, sometimes combined with savior complex to write white savior complex, refers to a white person who provides help to non-white people in a self-serving manner. The role is considered a modern-day version of what is expressed in the poem The White Man's Burden. And it is my opinion that she absolutely fits into that mold, into that category. And there's so many people that do as well. And it's really frustrating and really infuriating to know that there are families who are people of color, you know, black families, Asian families, Hispanic, Native American families who have attempted to adopt internationally, more specifically from China, and they can't. They cannot do it. Or it's incredibly difficult. And then you have this white family who can do it like it's nothing. And then when this little boy becomes too much, they can just return him, not even to China, to an American foster care, into the American foster care, like a used sweater. And it's disgusting to me. And I think it really speaks to the realities of white privilege. Here you have this family who has it all. They have the success because of this little boy who's from China. They have, like, she didn't have this kind of success before he was introduced into their lives and became a possibility to join their family. They only garnered the success that they have because of the adoption videos. And it's crazy that those are the videos that she chooses to still keep up, because she probably knows that, you know, there's people who are probably still looking into adoption and they're going to find her videos, and you guys know what I'm saying. It's just, it's so frustrating to see this kind of stuff. Furthermore, you know what else is frustrating while I'm on this topic of the mommy YouTuber community? It's infuriating to see not as many influencers talking about the realities of everything going on in the world right now, the bullshit that's happening, the bigger ones. I'll just come out and say it right now. Erin Williams, she has a shitty history, like a real bad history with racism. She was on Big Brother 15, and let's just see right now, let's just see on her Instagram if she's even mentioned anything, because I don't think she has, to be honest. And that is very on brand for her. So let's see. Hold on, my internet is trash. No, nothing. On her stories, nothing. Nothing. And it's hilarious that someone with a following like hers can't even do the bare minimum of a story share about George Floyd, a swipe up to the petition. And I'm sure later, I'm sure people have noticed, and I'm sure people are messaging her and all of that, but she's choosing to ignore it. Instead, she had a nice weekend at the lake or something. I don't know. I don't follow her ass anymore. I don't follow Tara Henderson anymore. I don't follow any of those women anymore, because I knew weeks ago, I actually went on a rant about this very topic for the most part on my Instagram. There's a huge lack of diversity in the mommy YouTube community, and that's just the reality of the situation. And these women on Instagram, they are constantly doing these stupid ass giveaways. They're basically like buying followers. And so they'll give away a $2,000 Peloton or Peloton, I don't know how to pronounce it, bike. And you have to follow 12 or I saw one that it was 21 people. You have to follow these 21 other accounts of all the same looking women. They're all white, upper middle class, with hats on or really white teeth. And, you know, their kids are probably named Haley, Bailey, Kaylee, and Shaylee, or, you know, whatever. And I noticed it and I was like, holy shit, like, there is an unhealthy lack of diversity in this community, and I just went on an unfollow train. Like, I went and unfollowed a shitload of people that I just felt weren't bringing anything to my table. You know, they weren't bringing any kind of education to me, any kind of knowledge, any kind of experience that, you know, might open my eyes to different lives and different lifestyles. And it's not funny, but it's ironic to me that Erin Williams, who has a really awful history of being racist on Big Brother, hasn't shared a single thing. And I wanted to do a separate video about that whole situation, about mommy YouTubers in general, but now I'm kind of on it because of that bitch Myka Stauffer. It really, all of this actually really goes back into white privilege. There are definitely people of color who have great channels, and they're not getting the acknowledgement that they really do deserve. And I think it's really sad, really infuriating, but not surprising. This shit happens, whoops. This shit happens all the damn time, and that doesn't make it right at all. So I don't even know what I was talking about. Like, I don't know if anything that I was talking about made sense just now, but I kind of just spoke from the heart and how I really feel, genuinely and honestly and organically. It might not make sense to anybody, but I'm just throwing this out there. This is how I feel about the situation. I feel that more white people need to take responsibility for the privilege that they have. They need to take ownership, acceptance of it. Stop trying to fight it. Stop trying to be like, oh, I don't have any privilege, I had a really hard life. Nobody's saying that you can't have a hard life being white, but your skin color isn't one of the things that is making it hard for you, and other people cannot say that. So it's really hot. I'm just so worked up and angry. So what we can do is take ownership, educate ourselves. We cannot expect people of color to do the educating, because that's not their responsibility. That's our responsibility. So take responsibility, take ownership, educate yourself, spread awareness, be honest, and challenge people's thinking, challenge people's ways of thought. I can't even tell you how many arguments I've gone into with people I know personally about this shit, because some of the things that people say is just out of order, and the action I'm taking is trying to challenge their ways of thinking, to educate, and if neither of those things work, then I'm cutting their asses off, because that kind of energy, that kind of thinking, and those viewpoints do not need to be in my life, and nor in my daughter's life. And that's that. So I really hope that my video today might have challenged some thinking, may have opened some eyes to some people. It's just all really too much, and there needs to be changes made immediately. And that's how I feel. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys another time.